girls. Here we are with some more Cinderella phenomenon. I'm really excited to continue because I feel like this happens to me every time where I'm always like, I don't know how I feel about this guy. And then like a turn happens and I go, oh wait, I'm all in. But yeah, I'm all in. So I'm really excited to see what happens next, and let's get cracking. Chapter 7, Thorny Rose. Thorny. Shut up, I'm 12. Let me take a sip of my coffee first. This is gonna be a coffee video. It's that kind of morning. When I return to the Marchen later that night, my hands are scratched and I think I might have bruises on my arms. Claude was not joking when he said he would not go easy on me, but he did compliment me more than once. Oh, April, I've hit you quite a few times and you haven't uttered a single complaint. Impressive. Crying is for the weak. Though everyone should be sleeping, I notice that the light is still on at the tavern. I see Jurian and Garland up and at a table, speaking with each other and laughing. Yay! If Claude had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. You two are still up? They are not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when stretched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time tonight? It was great. Garland knows these little places in the town that I've never even heard of before. I noticed that Jurian is more energetic than usual, her smile a little wider than normal. I wonder if she's drunk. I'm gonna get another drink. Another drink? Garland leans in toward me, his voice hushed. We already bought a replacement bottle when we were out today. We would never take anything from the Marchen without money. Right. Is Jurian drunk? Oh no, princess. Tipsy. It's like a buzz. Fades a lot quicker. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh. Garland and I watch Jurian as she refills her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, princess. I would never have asked her out if you and Karma hadn't insisted on it. So you told her? Garland looks at me with a please smile! Ah! I'll take that as a yes. She didn't really realize until much later. I just asked her out for food and she thought that's all it was. Maybe Jurian did need to be told bluntly. What happened? I told her. And? We talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. I noticed Garland flinch ever so slightly, but he is smiling. He looks pleased with himself. And the night's not over yet, so... He trails off with a hopeful smile before he raises his eyebrows at me. Oh! What about you and Karma? What about us? I've asked him to train me. Train? Princess? You've asked him to teach you how to use a sword. What's this? Our princess is gonna pick up a sword. She is so drunk. I love it. Jurian returns to the table and I am too tired to properly join in the conversation. I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. Jurian and Garland sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Oh god, April, what's happened to you? I'm startled awake by an excruciatingly bright light. It is momentary, and when it is over, I am sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck, where I see the second glass slipper with another piece. Another good deed! Getting them together, yeah! We'll get it. There's another piece, but when did I do another good deed? I grasp the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Everyone is doing their pre-morning chores when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma glaring off into space, and then not far from him the two knights. They haven't been up all night, have they? I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then, you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? Ugh. You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were tailing me back then. It was only because I was worried about you. I realized you really didn't have to follow me, Lan. But I'm glad you did. Lan? Jurian. Oh, shush. Fritz used to call you that, too. Lan is Garland's childhood nickname. He still gets embarrassed when I call him that. I see. So what are you two talking about? Oh, we were just reminiscing. I look at the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. They both exchange a glance before looking at me confused. Well? Well, what? How did your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns beet red. Jurian's eyebrows quirk and then she laughs. Oh, that! It went well. So well, in fact, that you can see the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Jurian is usually busy taking her rounds around the marching with a scowl on her face. She looks happier being here with Garland, more relaxed. You might even say that we're dating. Ah! Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? Yes! You were blushing as much as yesterday when I... One more word, Lan, and I swear I'll punch you. Yeah, you will! The two of them are both blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. Who knew that the two great knights of the Order of Caldera could be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly solemn-faced. I suddenly remember that one conversation the knights all had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reasons for being knights, despite the fact that they all served the king. I'd always thought Jurian and Garland were stoic and honorable, that their only reason for becoming knights was a sense of justice. Seeing them here, though, without that stoic facade, they feel more like people. My curiosity is piqued. Do you mind if I ask what your reasons were for becoming knights? Oh, my father was a knight. He put his life on the line for this kingdom. Jurian's father was a living legend in his own right, and he had the medals to back it up. My father wasn't around a lot, but I always admired him. Judging by the look on Jurian's face, it is clear to me that she really loves her father. My mother died when I was young, and because my father couldn't be around all the time to take care of me, I ended up practically living with Lan and his family. Lan always got annoyed when I called him my brother. Ha! Now I know why. So, I'm guessing you two would support me and Rod then, right? That's the romance you'd be going for. Joking. Jurian wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why did you join the Knights, Garland? To follow her? Because he wanted to watch over me. I never knew you blushed so easily, Garland. Garland seems to blush even harder at that, and Jurian's laughter becomes infectious. I feel amusement begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them. But a cold voice cuts through the laughter and the atmosphere like a hot blade through ice. Could you keep it down over there? I see that Claude's eyes, normally so warm, are cold. His usual smile is gone, replaced with a deep scowl. Oh, we're sorry. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I can tell him about the necklace. Karma. I got another piece to my necklace, another good deed. Claude turns his gaze to me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That's nice, darling. His voice is calm but flat and lacks any enthusiasm. That felt lackluster, and oddly disappointing. A good deed. Congratulations, Princess. You're close to breaking your curse. What did you get the good deed for? I am not sure, actually. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess? I hear you and Karma went out of your way to help make it happen. That happened yesterday, though. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what became of Garland and I. Claude makes a dismissive hand gesture from his table, frowning. If you two insist on being so affectionate, you should get a room... Affectionate? Jurian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl. Where Garland looks confused, Jurian looks notably irritated. The shadow is still there on his face. Claude does not look okay at all. I don't like how he's behaving. I'm not sure which is right, though, to comfort him or to scold him. I don't know, this is just such a weird... I haven't seen him behave this way before. I feel like he must be in some kind of weird funk. My initial thought is I want to, like, slap him out of it. Like, come to your senses, man. We worked so hard to get these two together. I think I'm gonna scold him. I think that's what my gut is telling me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's scold him. Oh, God, I hope I'm not doing something dumb. Scold him. It doesn't matter if something's bothering him. Ooh, it's a wrong choice. It's a wrong choice. It doesn't matter if something's bothering him. It isn't like him to be so rude. Irritation is no excuse for rudeness. Fine, I apologize. Happy? He looks at me for a few moments, his expression twisted into a defiant scowl, but it doesn't hold long. Moments later, his expression softens and he looks away, almost in shame. Oh shoot, guys, I think I made the wrong choice. I'm sorry. This apology sounds real. Oh! I feel like this is the wrong choice, though. I feel like I did the wrong thing. But still, why do I feel so disappointed? Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. Excuse me. Claude turns briskly and heads upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. I wonder what's wrong with him. You think we've been running him too thin because of practice? I do not think it's you two. I get the feeling that Claude holds himself back from saying what he means sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant. And recently, he is getting more and more moody. Princess? I look over at Anise, who is smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Broom is getting kind of restless. Time to sweep, I suppose. Well, maybe cleaning will help me get my mind off of things. The rest of the day goes by slowly. I'm stuck cleaning most of the day and then serving later. At one point I speak with Delora about the knights that had attempted to kidnap me, but she tells me that she and Parfait are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicions are when Sir Alcaster cannot possibly know who I am. My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I notice that both Jurian and Garland look restless too. Garland eventually leaves for patrol, while Jurian remains at a table looking deep in thought. I do not want to bother her, so I decide to try to find Claude. I go to his room, but find that the door is locked. Karma? Are we training tonight? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? For days, Claude stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parfait go into his room, but she refuses to talk about what is bothering him. I feel so useless. When Claude did appear in the tavern or out in town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. Look, I really don't want to talk right now. If you're so frustrated with me, then why not just ignore me? No, I'm not going to train tonight. I'm not in the right state of mind. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Please. What is wrong with him? I am beginning to really worry about him. Today I am in town running errands with Waltz for Parfait. It has been almost a week since Claude started acting so strangely, so I thought I needed to do something for him. I know he likes dresses, and he told me once that he likes roses, but can I really find something that will cheer him up? Perhaps he would like some jewelry. Waltz, do you remember where that jewelry store Karma likes is?
I don't go there very often, so unfortunately no. Princess, is this a good deed? What you're doing right now, did you think it would be a good deed?
Good deeds need to be selfless, right?
Generally, yes.
I doubt this would count as selfless. I am doing this to cheer Karma up.
That sounds pretty selfless.
but it's also so that he gets back to teaching me how to fight instead of sulking in his room.
Ugh. I've heard that Karma's been teaching you how to use the sword. Why do you want to learn how to fight?
Because I want to be able to protect myself. It's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage.
I'm sorry, Princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you're under a curse. But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Tenebrarum bearer, you'll be able to use magic. I can instruct you if you want me to.
That would be nice. Oh, yay! Oh, that is a perfect thing! That didn't even occur to me. What a perfect little thing we have right here. Like, oh my gosh, probably for the waltz path. He's probably gonna become my, like, tutor. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Though, that does not solve my current problem. What would cheer Claude up? Waltz starts chuckling beside me, and I turn to look at him, confused.
Karma's important to you, isn't he?
He's my partner, and he's helped me. He's also been patient with me and smiled even when I've said some really inconsiderate things to him.
I'm glad, Princess, that he's your friend.
My friend. Claude does not feel like a friend. He feels like something else. Bound chicka wow meow.
Oh, Princess, is this the one you were searching for?
Waltz points to a peddler sporting different kinds of jewelry, and I instantly make my way toward it. There are all kinds of glittering things displayed, and for a few moments I feel myself drawn to everything. Then I notice the price tags. I barely have any money left from when the king gave me that pouch. I cannot afford any of this.
Maybe we should go do our errands first, and then look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores.
That's a good idea, Waltz. But if I don't get Claude's gift today, I may not be able to give it to him tonight. I may not be able to give it to him tonight. Not tonight.
Princess?
Let's run the errands first. I think that was a good idea. Waltz has a good point. We might find something while we do the errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Besides, it's not right for me to put Claude above everyone else. There we go. See, I knew that one was right because Waltz literally told me it was the right thing to do. Sometimes they're very easy. We spent a few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then did we start looking again for Claude's gift.
Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you.
It's fine. I'm used to carrying lots of bags.
Does Karma make you carry them around? Princess, you should really tell him off.
He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. So long as he gets out of his room sometime soon. I really hope he does.
Hey, Princess.
But now the problem is finding something he'll like. What does Claude like?
Princess!
There's no reason for you to shout. Waltz shakes his head at me, but he's smiling.
Let me offer you a deal.
A deal?
If you help me set up one of my puppet shows, I'll pay you.
You earn money from your puppet shows.
I get tipped. So what do you say? I won't go easy on you, though.
Yes, I'll help you. Ah, why do you seem so surprised?
I was just thinking that everyone's right. You've really changed, Princess. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea.
Aww. Being partners with Claude may have changed me for the better, but I doubt I've done the same for him.
I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you were buying him a gift. Receiving gifts from admirers isn't the same thing as you getting him something.
Aww. He receives gifts from admirers? For a few moments, I think about the women who chased us in town a few weeks ago, and I feel a little unpleasant stab in my heart.
Small things. A man will treat him to dessert every now and then. I saw a lot of it when we did errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man.
Killing the man? It's dramatic, but it sounds like Karma. He punched Rumpel when he asked him to marry him, joke or not. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, but then gets angry when people fall for it. He is still very much a child. Oh my god.
You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with.
Waltz, do you know anything else about Karma's curse?
His curse? He never really talks about it.
Claude may be even more stubborn than me if he's not letting anyone help him with his curse. What is it with these guys and not letting me help them with their curses? So far, Rumple's the only one who is like, here's my curse. Let's figure it out.
Waltz and I continue our search for a gift. Waltz tells me that I can look for something a bit more expensive and that he'll just put me to work on another day by helping him with his puppets. I return to the jewelry peddler we found earlier.
Hello, madame, sir. What can I help you with today?
Do you have any sort of rose-shaped jewelry here? The man refers me to a box full of many different rose-shaped earrings. He then shows me necklaces, and I realize belatedly that it is as if I am searching for something for Miss Karma, not Claude. My eyes scan the glass, nearly in defeat, before a little rose catches my attention in the back of the display window. It has a chain connected to it, but it doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. What's that one?
That's our simple rose pendant, ma'am. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned on the chest.
The man takes it out of the display case so I can look at it. Aww.
Oh, so it's like a pin, like on a blazer.
This is fancy, but not completely flashy. I feel a little clink as I press my fingers to the pendant, and I realize that it can also open.
Oh yes, so you can also put something small inside of it.
This is perfect. I look at the price tag, and after making sure that it is not too expensive, I pay the shopkeeper. Waltz pays him the additional fee, and then we walk toward the marching together.
There we go. We got him a good gift. Go us.
When we return to the march-in, I go to my room and to tuck the locket into a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my chores. Just as I expected, Claude is not downstairs today either. Jurian and Garland have taken to training with each other, though they seem agitated that Claude is not helping them. At the end of the day, I hurry to my room, where I write a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead, in a heartfelt thanks. I hold the locket tightly in my hand and start toward Claude's room. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. I pause at Claude's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. I am sure it's okay if I just go in. What? No, it's not! Last time you walked in unannounced, you walked on at him naked. Well, not fully naked, just changing. Still inappropriate, though. Knock before entering rooms, people. I open up the door to Claude's room, which is thankfully not locked, and step inside. Claude is sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. He's shirtless, and there's that tattoo. It seems different. Claude does not notice me at first. I notice that his hands goes to the tattoo over his chest, and then I hear him heave a heavy sigh. Slowly, I close the door behind me. It clicks, and that is when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first, there is just shock on his face, and then suddenly anger. Well, clearly, you're entering unannounced. Again. Why do you do this again, April? Oh God. This is one of those that they didn't give me a good answer for. Okay, so working through it. I came to speak with you implies that I'm here, like, for his benefit, whereas give him something reminds me of how his admirers give him gifts. And I feel like, and Walt said he doesn't like to be flirted with. I feel like the correct answer is to say that I'm here to speak with him, just because I don't want to give him the impression that I'm only here for other reasons. I think it's a defter touch. I'm not 100% sure. Ah! I came to give him something, but I also want to speak with him. I haven't seen Claude in a while. Why? Because you've been doing everything yourself lately? You came to complain? No, I wanted to check on you. Oh, good. I made the right choice. Princess, can you not read the mood? You could have, at the very least, knocked. Oof.
In no time at all, Claude is suddenly right in front of me, his hands outstretched on either side of me, pinning me to the wall against the door. Sexy! His face is so close, his expression so fierce that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I can do is stare at him levelly, without getting angry, without crying. I will not show any weakness. Why? Why aren't you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the April I know would do. Then you do not know me as much as you think you do. And you know nothing about me. I already have a retort prepared when I stop, realizing that he is right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't. But I'd like to. Why do you insist on poking your nose into other people's business? We're partners. That's the only reason. It has to be. I'm supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? Help me. His lips quirk, but his smile is sardonic. Claude, I want to help you. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look at Claude's tattoo, at the thorns twirling around the rose. It is beautiful, but it also seems lethal. When I glance at Claude again, he looks crestfallen, his eyes glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, Princess. You should know that. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you bursting into my room without any notice only makes it harder. Harder for what? Princess, you can't imagine what this all feels like. What is he talking about? And that woman. I thought we were meant to be. What? She was so lovely, her smile bright as the sun. Claude's eyes are far away. That's why. Never again, but then you ruined everything, April. You cut me down like... I push my hands against Claude's chest, catching him off guard and forcing him to stumble back. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I'll just leave. You can have all of the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I brought for him burns in my hand and I end up throwing it at his feet. April, wait! I ignore him as I run from the room. When I return to my room and lock my door, I feel too hollow inside for tears. It hurts to breathe when I think of Claude. I eventually manage to fall asleep, but only have snatches of restless dreams when my eyes finally close.
Mother, are you and Father truly in love? Are you and Father in true love, like the fairy tales?
I thought I forbid you to speak of the fairy tales. Have you been reading them?
No, Mother. I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today.
Then I shall have to find that person and make sure they know what an appropriate topic of conversation in the palace is.
But Mother, the true love in fairy tales sounds so nice. Do you think I could fall in love with a prince?
Dearest one, true love like that does not exist.
But
the love between a mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. All other kinds of love is an illusion. My love is all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart?
Yes, Mother.
Woof. Alright, that's where we're stopping. So I think Claude likes me too. I've ruined everything. Okay, so here's my theory right now. He was in love with someone else, thought they were gonna be together forever. We're not, obviously, and he swore that he would never love again, but now he's in love with me. That's what I think it is, and I'm so excited to find out more. And oh my god, pin against the wall. Oh my god, so... Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, ring the little bell for notifications when I post a new video. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Bye!